Okay, so the first thing we're going to be covering is reactive neuromuscular training. We're going to do the ankle first, and then I'll do a scenario with the squatting to follow. So this is used, as soon as possible after an injury. Specifically, this case is going to be an ankle sprain. So as soon as the athlete can handle it, you want to get them in and start working with this one. It's pretty simple, but it works really good. So I would start with probably the unaffected limb first, just to kind of compare the reaction time, and then I'm going to shift to the affected limb. So in this case, it's the right ankle. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to instruct the patient to, when I touch the top of the foot, that direction, the bottom of the foot, inside and outside. And then, so now I'll have the patient close your eyes, thank you very much, and you're just seeing your reaction to it. Nice job. And you'll probably do this for, maybe like a couple of minutes. They'll fatigue pretty quick, but this is something you could probably do, every day. And then as they faster get, you can maybe kind of fade it off. So pretty simple. The next one, have her stand. And this one's going to be for a squat. So for the squat, she will probably go ahead and do a squat. Let's say she has a shift towards me. So this one is for the impulse technique. Yeah, impulse technique for isometric stabilization. Basically, itis. And what this is going to, since she's shifting to the unaffected, to the right, we're going to pull in that direction. It's going to cause her to do that counter reaction to go to the opposite leg. Thank you. And again, you want this, pretty much make sure it's comfortably placed on their hips. And that's just, you don't want to pull her out of balance anymore. Just keep her on the hips. I'm going to do a squat. And as she squats, I'm pulling to the same direction as she was shifting. Good job. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so the purpose of the RET is also to improve the dynamic and functional stability of the joint, and for that case, the ankle. So it's just something to remember and take consideration. Okay, so next we're going to be doing some vastus lateral alveolar inhibition tape using the Luco tape, and this is because it's kind of a borderline fast twitch. You're going to slow it down to enhance with, let the VMO catch up. Only a few milliseconds the difference, but definitely there is a difference there. So we got the tape already. Use the coverall. And this one, you're just laying it over the skin. Just get the wrinkles out of it. And then you're going to apply the Luco tape. So I've already pre-cut it, and then I've overlapped it about half. I'm just going to squeeze the skin. You're not going to pull too much because it'll just pop off. So just kind of squeeze the skin and then lay it over there. There you go. Okay, so the next evolution we're going to be talking about is going to be TMR, total motion release. And we're going to be specifically focusing on the TMR Fabulous 5. You're going to first have them go through 5 motions and see if there's any discrepancies between one side or the other side. And the first exercise is going to be shoulder flexion. So she'll start with the right side and do shoulder flexion and to the end of her range of motion, and then she'll do the opposite side. And if there's any discrepancies, we can address it. So if it was on the left side, then she will do 3 sets of 10 with the right side. And then once she's completed those 3 sets of 10, then she will go back and do the affected side. And that should clear it up, and she should have her range of motion back. The next exercise is going to be trunk rotation. So she will cross her arms, and then she will rotate to as far as she can to one side, and then rotate as far as she can to the other side. And if there was a discrepancy between the two, let's say her right side there was a discrepancy, then she would rotate as far as she can to the left, as she can do 3 sets of 10. Or she can do one where she extends all the way, rotates to the left as far as she can, and hold it for 20 seconds. And she can do 3 sets of 5 of the holds, and then rotate back to the right side, and it should be cleared up. The next is going to be the single leg stance from the end of the chair. So she will perform a single leg stance, and then she'll go down, and then she will perform a single leg stance with the other leg. So if there was a discrepancy, let's say with her right leg standing up, then she would use the unaffected limb, the left leg, again performing like 3 sets of 10 with this. And then once she's completed those 3 sets of 10, she will go back to the affected side of the right leg, and she'll be good to go. And then the next one will be the single leg raise. So as she is short seated at the end of the edge of the chair, she will extend the knee and the leg, and then she'll do the other with the other leg. And if there's any discrepancies, we'll address them. So if it's the right leg, then we will do 3 sets of 10 with the left leg. And once those are done, we'll have her recheck to see what the range of motion is, and it should clear it up. And the last one is going to be standing, and it's going to be basically she'll do a single leg squat and then extend her heel. It's not really as much of a squat, but you're trying to get out there as far as you can with the heel, going one leg or the next. And the same thing if her left leg is affected, she will do them 3 sets of 10 with the right leg, and then she will recheck with the left leg, and it should be cleared up. And that is the Fab 5 for the TMR.